Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Wartales. So, if I remember correctly, we're leaving off just heading really quick back to Stromcap, and then I was going to hit some bounties. So let's do that really quick. If I honestly don't remember what I all needed. I do need to camp though, it looks like. So, really quick. Was there new bounties to pick up at all?
Might you be looking for work?
Yeah, there was a bounty to turn in at least.
Just to ensure that all service requests are fulfilled. We regularly update our job offers. Here is your reward.
So I kind of fiddle in with my mic because it's the mic arm is always fiddly for me, and as of right now, it does not want to stay in place. There we go. So free Pedra Mine. There's also two new gangs to the east. Those are the easy ones. I think I might actually go do those. So they're right next to each other. And those are actually right next to a spot for another, sorry, still fiddling with this arm. I thought I had it in place like I usually do, and then it started falling. So, I'm just gonna cut away for a moment while I angrily get this in place. Now, it's kind of interesting that the mic arm is like as tight as it goes in some spots, and it still can't hold this thing in the mic in place. It's interesting as hell. All right, so we have our money. I cannot hire anyone because we do not have the influence. That being said, I have those new bounties to pick up. No one is a blacksmith either. All right, so we're just gonna head out. I'm really tempted to pick this up.
Often. Well, there's always folk looking for work around here, especially since all the fighting started across the border.
Oh, the apple pancakes. I forgot about that thing with the fatigue. If I could make this the thing that my tavern makes, I think we're gonna be in business, because I would rather have... This isn't even a specialty, so never mind. But this would be a reason to get apples and wheat like every day, because reduces the speed at which troops fatigue stacks. I think I want to get this. I'm just checking here. Yeah, there's not a very good chance of stealing that at all. Okay. So I'm gonna hold off on buying these for now, because I know I have some good money. I know I'm gonna need leather for later. So I'm gonna talk to this guy here.
Take a look at my wares.
And I'm gonna need some rope, I believe. So let's buy the hemp. So let's stock up on this just because I know I'm gonna need it.
You touch it, you buy it.
Alright, and I have 4 days of food on me.
Those refugees.
Just kind of looking at what we got. Alright. So let's move out, depart. I'm gonna go over here a little bit. I'm not gonna camp at or eat at the inn there. We're just gonna camp here. What can we make? Can't even... Yeah, I don't got wheat. Okay. To make the hitching post, I need more rope. We're gonna make that. And then we're gonna make the hitching post. But we aren't gonna... Oh, I don't have enough salt. I should do that really quick. I'm also gonna put the pony at the haystack, because then the pony doesn't need food. We're gonna eat the creme brulee. Gonna eat so... Oh, and then we're just gonna eat an apple. Okay. I know, once again, that there's someone who wants booze, but we're not gonna give it to him. Local jugglers put on an improvised show, plus 20 comfort for 3 shifts. Very nice. Okay, really quick going to the tavern. Just gonna breeze through this really quick. I need a little more security. So I want to hire someone to be a bouncer. Mitigates prestige losses by 10% in case of negative effects. Attracts working class citizens. Alright. And then I think we're fine otherwise because I'm fine on booze. Yeah? Alright. And then nothing new otherwise as of yet. But we'll get there soon enough. Alright. Just gonna go back for the 1 salt so I can make the thing. So that is 3 hairs. We'll go to you because I like you more.
Refugees. I understand there's a war in...
And we're just gonna sell the angler's rags to you.
Wares.
And the amazing hairbrush. You can have that. Alright, off we go. I'm gonna go to the bounties that were up here. So I believe there's some other stuff up there as well. Might as well check these out. You have a glowing card. Why are you glowing?
Stand back, peasants. These valuable commodities are only for those who can afford them.
I think I can afford them, it's just if I want to. This mass of metal and rock is unusable in its raw form, but a skillful alchemist can extract rhyme steel from it. Interesting. Then World's Edge layered armor. Damage from attacks of opportunity +4. And Inquisition Prugio. Hysteria skill. Damage to target restarts for every bonus applied to target. Bonus. So would that be, that's not debuff though. So that would have to be things like galvanization, all of that, right? He also has marble, but that's expensive and I don't entirely know how to do trade goods. I'm tempted to get this gray cluster just because I don't know what rhyme steel is. Sure. Damage from attacks of opportunity. I was planning on going that way with magic, and then, but then only she could use it. 8 guard, 9 armor. So this isn't that much of a bonus for 90. Nah, we'll leave it. Alright. I think that's what was shiny there.
Might I interest you in my humble...
And you have already talked to. Alright, cool. Let's get the iron ore. Move on up here. Go get the comfrey. I have to pay people, that's fine. What say you?
Might I interest you in my humble wares, my good sirs?
Oh, this is Kestis. Barrage of blows, 45th attacks 2 extra times if the enemy is engaged with an ally. Attacks 2 extra times if this unit is engaged. Very different than what we're using here with Astic. So, applies weakening for 1 round or attack 1 extra time. And I was thinking of going Wrestler so that he gains in position. This unit's guard is doubled. But that is a good weapon, attacking 2 extra times, like no matter what. So he would deal, well, probably 3 damage 2 times, and then he would attack 2 times pretty much no matter what. Or he would attack 4 times. So, I'm kind of tempted to get this. And then we can get the tool Spalder. Yeah, sure. Because I didn't realize we're pretty close on being able to get everyone some armor there. That's going to be a bonus. Alright, so Astic here. Equip this. Gabian can have this armor. Then pretty soon we're going to be able to give someone the Deserter's Brigandine. Then we'll sell the Thug's Guitar. That way we have a little bit of money. Grab this really quick. Go to the guard's outpost.
To think that we have to camp out here because of some pig-headed bandit. That Bertram will stop at nothing to terrorize the yokels. But when it comes to facing the guard, that's a whole other matter. You see that cave to the north? He's holed up in there.
All right.
It's been 3 days and still he won't surrender. Bertram knows he's done for, yet he continues defending his lair with such doggedness that we have no choice but to starve him to death.
I mean, I have a little bit of a grudge from the last save with this guy, so I'm willing to go, like, settle this. Gonna pay me?
That's why I need mercenaries. He doesn't know you. He might even let you in if he thinks he can convince you to help him. And once you've gained his trust, you can finish him off for us. We'll make it worth your while, I promise.
And that allows me to get the money I need to pay everyone as well, and it gets me some influence. So sure, for now I'll do that.
I will never help the refugees after what happened. They are all just like Bertram. Lawless scoundrels, the lot of them.
I'm sure not all of them are like him.
Nothing is beneath him. Bertram stole 2 cows and a calf from my brother-in-law. In one night, his family lost everything.
Now you gotta remember how much 2 cows and 1 calf is worth back then. I mean, even now that's worth a lot of money. A lot of money. Just the meat on 1 cow is worth thousands, I think. That was actually 20 years ago, I'm thinking of. So I can see the 1 bounty there, but also, I have a little bit of a grudge with you, sir. Alright, so, let's talk to everyone here.
Having to strong-arm the farmers. But we have no other choice. The citizens of Tiltron refuse to hire us or share their resources with us.
See, she is like the one sane, level-headed person I've come to meet between the refugees and the people talking about the refugees, because she gives the one scenario I can level with. The people talking about the refugees are, nah, refugees bad, blah, blah, blah. And then half the refugees are going, well, they just refuse to share resources. She goes here and goes, no, they're also refusing to hire us just because we're refugees. If you look around half these places, there are jobs that are lacking. There's wood mills, there's salt mines, there's guard positions. I'm sure there's other, like, fisheries. There's abundant jobs that could be filled by these refugees that are desperate for jobs. They're just not giving it to them. Unless I'm missing something, but I will come back to that.
To think that 4 years ago, Bertram and I spent our days driving oxen. Seems like a lifetime ago.
And see, she has experience driving oxen, so she was like a farmhand, I believe. So you'd think that like someone on a farm or someone owning a farm might want to hire her and Bertram.
Ah, mercenaries. Did Fergus send you to help us?
I haven't met Fergus.
Roland hired you to kill me. I beg of you, don't do this. We do not enjoy bullying the farmers, you know. We have no choice if we want to survive.
You have no choice but to bully farmers.
Roland is the one who must die. I will match his offer. In fact, I can pay you more. And you would be doing a good deed.
I'd be doing a good deed by offing the guard captain?
Once he is gone, the farmers of Tiltron will have no one to protect them. We won't have to force them to share their resources with us. Kill the captain. It's the only solution.
That's some mental gymnastics. And I want to point out, sir, that you said you would offer me more and you're offering me the same reward. No go. No go. Sorry. You and yours are out of the way. Alright, let's see if the same thing happens here. So, reminder that I got soft locked on my Ironman in this fight last time. So there are 4 enemies and 6 of us. Alright, the rocks are gonna fall on Gabine. First one to go is the poacher there. So I can probably just run up with Feeham here and stab the poacher. Waldecram can run up and hit this hoodlum. Alright, that's looking about right. So, I want to see how this works. Oh, do I gotta go down one more? Gonna burn Bertram by throwing the torch at him. Then we're gonna run up and poison the poacher. Got the crit on him. Now he has to punch us. We're engaged. Weldecram can run up and engage the hoodlum. Pound on him. Do a little extra damage to the armor. Into that turn. He critically punched us. Alright, next up is that hoodlum. So I'm thinking is we're gonna run here really quick. Oh, never mind that. So I was gonna throw the torch at Bertram, but I didn't really check its range. So defensive stance attacks 2 extra time if unit is engaged. So we're gonna switch to defensive and barrage blows. We weren't engaged yet, but he wasn't engaged with an ally. So next turn I get 4 attacks on him. Some actions grant temporary valor points that must be used before the battle ends, or they will be lost. Ending that turn. We're gonna run here. We're gonna ovation. That gives everyone in range here a riposte, so when they get attacked, they will attack back. That's our temporary point. Then we're gonna slash at Bertram. Gabine is also gonna be started on fire, I think. Oh no, not yet. We're then gonna move up here, and we're gonna hit this hoodlum and end our turn. Ouchie. But attack back. And Gabine is now on fire. We're gonna move here. We're going to hit Bertram. Crit him. Nice. Ending turn. And rocks fall. It looks like we need to get out of this spot. And moving for now. Let's get rid of Poacher. Ending turn. Riposte got him. Might be able to capture this one. 64%. We got him. That's one to turn in. And then because I didn't use my loaded with the crossbowman, that's so weird. We can hit Bertram. Into my file, will you? Unlead. Unlocked tough. So the guy I captured unlocked tough. Yeah, we'll still be turning him in. So I got some playing cards, a lockpick, Ringleader's Dagger, Dexterity +9, and Devious Whirlwind. So the thing about this is only dexterity +3 and deals 8 to 10 poison damage and applies 1 poison on hit. This Devious Whirlwind only does 60% of the damage, but if I hit and doesn't apply poison on hit, but instead if it hits several units, it creates a poison cloud under each of them, and poison cloud applies 2 poison to any unit that walks under the cloud or ends their turn in it, so it can apply the poison much faster. However, there is there's a bigger thing to apply the poison. So instead of just applying 1 poison on hit, I have to hit at least 2 targets to apply any poison. Then a jacket, which is +2 movement, +10 armor, and some iron ore. And cloth. So definitely looting all of that. Astic has no armor, so I need to repair that. Weldicram needs some. Gabine needs some. And what was the other armor that needed repair? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, I'm fine using all that then. Continuing on. Hey, Capto. What's up?
So, Bertram is dead. My men and the good citizens of Tiltron will be glad to hear it. I must commend you for your courage and your devotion to our cause. Here is the reward the Lady Mayoress promised me. You deserve it. Goodbye.
Well, thank you for that. That's going to help out. Fate of Tiltron. The villagers no longer have to fear Bertram. There's a golden key. The key is precious, but not as much as the treasure it keeps sealed. I'm guessing it unlocks this, but I would rather use the lockpick to level up Apprentice. The thievery. So we'll take that and then sell the key, I think. If I can't find anything else it uses it for. So, little mini game, I explained this in my last run, but rotate the pick and press left click to insert it into the lock. The closer the pick is to an opening, the more it lifts up, but if it jiggles too much, it might break. I thought this was kind of akin to, like, was it Oblivion? But I might be thinking of Skyrim, come to think of it. Oh, this is a double lock. I've not seen those ones. So we got a ruby, sells for 20, a sapphire that sells for 20, a sellable item, a sellable item. So I'm not sure those are going to have much use, and 10 iron ore. Definitely taking that key because it might have some use later. Gonna mine a little bit because I'm gonna need this iron ore for later when I get a blacksmith. Get as much as I can here. 8 iron ore is 6 experience. Is there any more in here? No, that's it. Well, I mean, that was good. So the pony leveled up, which is interesting. I'm not going to take the level on her quite yet because I want everything in Constitution. But the pony can level up. Magic leveled up. So I'm going to career plans the Constitution because kind of like I said before, I want everyone to like rush the 15 willpower. And I only need to put 10 of the influence into that. And then I can take Valorous Audacity, so every time this unit ends their turn next to a enemy and is not engaged in combat, you gain 1. I'm a little leery about taking that because he is a ranged unit. Every time this unit kills an enemy, or anytime this unit ends their turn next to an ally and is not engaged in combat. Based on how I would like to use magic, because I want him to be a cannoner, I think. Maybe the best one is Valorous Audacity. Because technically, he's not going to be the one killing units. Because his shots are going to create attacks of opportunities that are. So it's either going to be Valorous Support or Valorous Audacity that's going to be better, and I don't like either of those, if I'm being totally honest. Because I don't want him being right next to an enemy. That just doesn't seem right for a ranged unit to me. And then Valorous Support, there's the chance that he hits his ally if I have him in the wrong spot. Which is just a me needing to learn how to use crossbowmen then. But I suppose let's go Audacity, and I think that's probably gonna be wrong. Then Astic has that level up from a while ago, and I can finally career plans the willpower on him. I did do the guard outpost, right? No one's here anymore. Oh, there's a golden key here. What's in this? Swordsman Hamata? Hamata? This is well-maintained, pristine, is a testament to the Legion's discipline. There's that damage from attacks of opportunity again. Cloth and seasoning. Okay. There's some hemp up there too. Okay, so I want to go to these guys first, and then there's the two bounties.
My humble wares, my good sirs.
Alright, so we can sell the rubies and the sapphire, that much I know. But then everyone else can't really equip stuff yet. Okay. Get the comfrey. And let's go. The Gunnery Gang. Gunnery the Tinker. 205 reward on him. If I can get a prisoner, all the better. There's a poacher, and then the rest are the dagger users. Gunnery the Tinker goes first, so I think I want Gabine to be able to get him. After that, I want to tie everyone up if I can. So Theham goes for the poacher. Weldacram goes for this guy, and then Astic's gonna go for that one. So first of all, actually not first of all, Gabine's gonna go last because of the ovation. So Weldacram first, he can't even get into range. Yikes. What is your range, sir? You can get wherever. So I think, yeah, we'll have Astic go at him. Go in from the top. Go immediately into defensive. Then barrage blows him. And that turn, he's gonna be attacked. I also forgot to put the Devious Whirlwind on, but that's fine. Next, we have this hoodlum. So, I am going to first grab the spear. Throw it at whoever we can hit. Run here. Slash. And can I ovation? There we go. Because I only want Astic to get it. Realistically. Alright, cool. Next up, Weldacram. Tie up this hoodlum. Oof. I think you are going to have a bad day. You can hit Gunnery the Tinker, ending your turn. 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 you can run up to the poacher. I think the poacher had a very bad day. And then we can move here. Hopefully hitting gunnery again. Yep. All right. And then we get critically punched again. We're having horrible luck with these punches at us. Gunnery goes again, but I think we can actually take him out. Because of these absurd Kestis. Glorious. Alright. Ending that turn. Next up is this guy. But he's about to find out. His knockout. And then we can hit this hoodlum. And then we're gonna move up to get out of the way. I don't have any more chains on me, so we're just gonna knock this one out. Well, that was more than knocking him out, but nonetheless, then stabby stab. Ringleader's dagger again, and this one's 9 dex. Oh, the other one was as well. More seasoning, more mosquito proboscis, and more crowns. Few level ups as well, so Aldous here hit level 3. I definitely want him career planning's willpower, so that puts him at 14. One more, and he's good to go. I'm also going to put him in Hunter. So deal 7 damage to all targets in the area, pushing them back by 2 meters. Apply slowdown for the first target hit. And unlike Infantryman, this only takes 1 Valor point. And then I don't have any Beasts, so I don't think Beastmaster would be the best pick. If I get another Archer, I may go into Beastmaster for them. He can equip armor now too. So we'll look at that in a bit, because I want the tanks to have the better armor. Wildecram got a level up. Ooh, I cannot influence his willpower there. But what I'm looking at here is I want him to be the Destroyer, because that gives him access to heavy armor and the Constitution. But just to show, again, what they can do, +1 strength on Vanguard, medium armor, relentless charge costing 1 Valor point, disengage and charge in a straight line, deal 5 damage to all units in their path, and apply slowdown for 1 round to everyone they hit. Smasher, gain 1 strength, medium armor, apply 5 damage to all units in the area. Apply 2 poisons to any bleeding units they hit. Poison, once again, we know what that does, but I don't have anything that does bleeding yet. Well, I do, but it's only on the crit from Gabine's attacks. And then Destroyer is the one I want, +3 Constitution. Ability to wear heavy armor, which, of course, heavier, more bulky than medium armor. I think it actually comes with minus movement on it, but it also, can take a harder hit. And that's what gives me armor and some guard, rather than taking it straight to my health. And then I get Weakening Blow, so deals 5 to 6 damage to the target, and applies Weakening for 3 rounds. Weakening reduces damage by 50%. So we're going to throw... Gabine already has the best armor I can get on her, right? Yeah. So the best armor I can get on him is 10 and 2. Or 10... That's 10 armor, 2 movement. I can get 9 guard and 1 more armor, so let's go with that. Meaning Astic can go for them. Oh, he can only equip light. Oh no, Astic is the wrong one. I want Aldous. So Aldous can equip the movement armor. So we'll do that. And then Theham, I want one of these ringleader daggers on. So instead of doing 8 to 10, I just do 10 damage and then do it in an AoE. So I do have to be careful about hitting my own units here. As for repairs, we'll repair Theham. And I think I'm good otherwise. And go hit this Leolric the Tough. 210 bounty here. Alright, what are we looking at? 2 axes, 1 hammer, and then I think he has an axe. No, he has a hammer. Well, I would really like that plate armor. Or the shield. Alright. So no one to tie up with bow and arrow. Or no bow and arrow, rather, is to tie up. So let's see here. Yeah, Bean probably needs to tie him up. They all have 9 armor because of no shield. And you have readying. Gotcha. So I'm going to pull a little trick for him. And then... Alright. How do I want to do this? Let's move you down, you down. That way you can charge him, you can charge him. Her. Alright. So. Wildecram. Oh. Trees are in the way. And you get to your target. Kind of. Would it be better to move you there? Or here? No. Well, you might be able to punch your target. Alright, Wildecram. Tie up the henchman. We're good. Then, Leolric the Tough, Gabine. And then, we'll Ovation for when he hits us, and slash at him. Gonna hit the Raider. I don't think recoil shot's gonna hit, so we're gonna end that turn. Alright, just tear through his armor. He already tore through ours. Magic is gonna need to move. And 1 down. Does a crit. Alright. See where this goes. I think she's gonna move up. It's not where I thought she would go. All right. Well, that changes things slightly. We are in attack stance, so let's rip Leolric apart. And there. And then... yeah, you can just move here. I'm gonna move you up here so we can barrage up blows. Leolric goes down. Astic got giant. So we have nimble on him, so he gets +5 dex. Movement for +1. He's a drunkard. Glorious gets chance to generate 1 valor point at the end of their turn. And strength and dexterity are increased by 5% when a two-handed weapon is equipped. Does this count as a two-handed weapon because it's in both hands? I mean, if so, that's awesome. I wouldn't count that as a two-handed weapon, personally. Then we're gonna have Theham run down here and Devious Whirlwind to these two. Because it hit both of them, it creates Poison Cloud, but they're both down, so okay. We got the Fugitive's Hammer from the boss. So that is a direct upgrade for Gabine. Like, she has the base club. We got Seasoning, we got 9 crowns, and the Deserter's two-handed hammer, which I don't like the targeting. It does a lot more damage, but I don't like it. Gabine needs a repair. Other than that, I think we're fine. Nope, Waldecram needs it as well. I didn't notice that armor actually looks kind of cool. Alright, Waldecram. Career plans, willpower, you're at 15. I don't need to upgrade that again. None of that comes from items, so you're good. Theham leveled up. We're going to career plans, willpower, you're at 14, you're almost good. Then, I can choose between Cutthroat, which... I don't know. I tried it on my last file, and I wasn't too impressed with it, and that's just because with some enemies, I was having a hard time finding out where... And this is a personal problem. I was finding it hard to see where the, like, back attack was, or I just couldn't get to that. So it might be really good later on, type of deal. Wolves, for an example, like, if I would have been able to attack them from behind, it would have taken them out, but I was not able to get behind them, type of deal. Yeah. It's one that seems really good at first, but when you look at it, again, it's like, oh, well, the positioning is the hard part about it, because you need to attack from behind them and not the side, not diagonally, things like that. Strategist, I wasn't too interested in. I was having a lot of good luck with Poisoner, so I want to do this one again. So this allows me to equip light armor, then throw a poison vial that applies 4 poisons to everyone in the area. I do need to be careful not to poison my own allies, but 4 poison is 20% of their max health a turn. Oh, that's medium armor. Alright, cool. Moving on along. Because we got all the bounties here. And now the guy down there wants to talk to me. Alright. Can I talk to you guys? Yeah, you had this.
These valuable commodities are only for those who can afford them.
Well, I was just gonna sell to you, so here's that hammer. Here's some rags, here's some other broken rags. Here's some playing cards. Here's a damaged dagger. I think I need some cherries, too, for when I actually get that brewer thing. Then we're gonna camp off to the side of the road. Gonna equip Gabine before I forget. That's not for her, that's Wildecram. So as you can see, strength +1 and pound. Pound does 50% more damage if the target still has armor. But this is 5 to 7 rather than 3 to 4, so it's a huge damage upgrade and ignores armor, or ignores guard. So we'll take that. Just so you don't get away. Put you there because that if they're surrounded by people, they're less likely to get away. Gonna make that hitching post for the horse so they can carry 10 more pounds. You can assign your ponies to the troll to improve their comfort and carrying capacity. Let's do that. Plop that down. Come on, pony. Here you go. Good boy. So 10 more carrying capacity there. And I think we're good for now. Yeah, he needs another level to be able to use that, but that's going to be coming soon. All right. So really quick, creme brulee. Then we'll eat some bread. We'll eat the grilled pork. And then eat some more bread. We'll pay everyone. And happiness -2 because the food and other general unhappiness stuff. I am very curious to see if that drunkard thing actually goes away like people say. Magic gained altruistic. What's altruistic? Increases chance of recruiting a nearby prisoner. What? Two food requirements not met. Tyrannical willpower increased by 2 as long as there are prisoners in the troop. Excuse me, what? Viham. If only my parents could see me now, they'd be so proud of the fighter I become. Imagine your parents' pride get 3 valor points. We are maxed on those. Show off, gain an aptitude point. That would be good, but I don't have any influence to spend if I don't get the points I want. Celebrate the success. Get close relationships and 3 happiness. We are good on happiness, but I don't know what... I never really found out what the close companionship does. I did see this. Best friends can get drunk together to forget their woes. On the relationship screen, 2 best friends can use buy a drink action to cancel 1 negative trait for each for 300 influence. So, like, I don't think that's how I get rid of drunkard or anything like that. But that could be really good to have close companions for something like that. And I think that's just one case use for it, so maybe we go with that. Beham and Aldis's companionship, it got better, and then got sociable. I do wonder how you actually recruit them, though. So I know I haven't looked it up, but the fact that increases the chance of recruiting a nearby prisoner is kind of interesting. Not that I want a hoodlum, but I am interested to see what they could do. he'd be recruiting Ulinad. I'm not even gonna try. Because I know if I treat the injury, they have a better chance at being recruited. But I genuinely don't know. So, checking this really quick at the tavern. Just do this like every day. Bandits want to talk.
Have you ever thought of organising theme nights at your tavern?
No, I haven't. But that's a very... The smuggler is the one who's telling me about this.
Got hold of some particularly bad-tempered cockerels that'll really impress your customers. You're not about to allow cockfighting in your tavern 10 upscale, or they're gruesome but very popular. Attract working class ambience for 5 shifts. I'm having more trouble. If I remember right, the working class is going to pay more for me right now. Because that's also like the guards and things like that. So let's go for the working class and maybe it brings in other things. As much as I do not want to allow it. Who knows what this is going to bring in. Oh! Antran leveled up. So he can bring something new in. Or like put a new thing on the menu. That being said, I actually can't, like, put anything else on the menu because I genuinely don't have anything to put on there. We can put these insignias up just because they increase comfort and security as well as grant prestige every turn. So we'll do that. And then... eventually, we'll get to the floors and the stuff like that. The walls, just because those will be super helpful. Let's go get the bounties. Get the stuff on the side of the road there. You got anything for me?
Might I interest you, my hump?
Nope, you're the one I sold the stuff to. Is that comfrey over here? Go gets. Also wood. Hi guys. Think this was a bad call. You wanted to ambush me, huh? Is there really only 4 of you? I feel really bad about this now. I feel really bad about this now. Alright. So they have a saboteur, they have a puncher, they have a bomber, a henchman, and a raider. So what we're gonna do is Wildecram is gonna run in and engage the saboteur first. End turn. Oh no, defensive stance, I'm weakened. I'm gonna run over the bear trap no matter how I go about it. Now I'm in offensive stance, sir. Pop, pop. Pop, pop. I don't think you're looking too good. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting him to set me on fire. If I devious whirlwind, I do hit them both. Okay.
That poisons them. And now I'm going to set you on fire for that. Going to engage this raider. Then we're going to ovation. Figured it was the targeting. Then we're going to go right here. And I'm going to pop the bomber. And then we can get this henchman. But then I'm going to move a little bit more forward. And nope, a little bit more forward. There we go. And we're going to recoil shot because I think that's going to interrupt this raider. It did not. Okay. Ooh. Beham's not looking good. One down. I need that bombard down. Four to 6, that wouldn't do the job. That would not do the job. That would not do the job unless I crit. Actually, this would do the job because it would tie him up. So, pop, pop. I believe you're gonna burn. Hey, he didn't critically punch me. Galvanization. Now we're gonna move a little to the side. That way we don't hit our ally. Pop the raider. Reload. Pop the raider again. End Magic's turn. Then Annihilation. No guard for you. Oh! Right across the face. And they want to flee. Now, normally I wouldn't let them flee. But now that I know about that stupid point that grants upgrades, we'll let them. Also, less of a chance of bad things happening. We'll take the chipped axe. We got an injury on Theham. That makes sense. He has a rupturing ligament. So he is slow to half of his normal thing. We are going to heal that. 1, 2. I only see... Yeah, all of them can get that repair. Alright, Gabine. Level up here. So, this one, I can get one of the, like, Valorous upgrades for her, because last time she got to pick her, like, class. So I can get Valorous Duel every time she engages in combat. You gain 1. This is great for kickstarting fights to get extra temporary Valor points. Every time an attack hits multiple units, you gain 1 point. Or for the longevity of a fight, each time the unit takes damage from a skill, you gain 1. Now, originally when I had looked at it, I just thought this meant skills like Weakening Blow or Poison Vial or Ricochet. I didn't think this was just shoot, but it does include just the base skills from a weapon, and it does. So every time she essentially takes damage from a attack, I gain a temporary Valor point. It's great for just getting tons of temporary Valor points, where Valorous Duel is great for front-loading Valor points. This is great for getting them throughout a fight. So I think I want defensive stance, especially with Astic already having Valorous Duel. I'm also going to get her an extra willpower for 10 points. Astic, we're going to pump the willpower on him. So now he has 14 as well. Oh, Slayer actually reduces his constitution. Interesting. So I think I want Wrestler. So what this does is it allows him to get medium armor. It gives him +3 dexterity and +1 critical hit and gives him the takedown skill, which deals 6 to 7 damage to the target 2 times and switches places with them. In attack stance, critical damage is increased by 50% if I get a critical hit. And then in defensive stance, gains in position for 1 round. This unit's guard is doubled. And instead, I could get Bruiser here, which does essentially the same thing, but instead I get the Skullbreaker, which deals 4 to 6 to the target 2 times and ignores guard. If in attack stance, I would gain damage increase for an amount equal to half their guard and apply for agility. So both of these are guard, but gaining the in position and switching targets with someone who's in a bad place sounds really good. I just don't want Slayer because that would lower Constitution and less or lower tier armor for someone who's a semi-tank. So yeah, I think Wrestler is just gonna be the way to go for this, especially kind of looking at the path I want him to take. Alright, continuing on. Gonna go get that wood. And then there's some mushrooms right there that I'll grab. And then we'll go back to Stromcap and get my huge amount of gold. And then we'll go to the Tiltrin jail and drop some people off. Alright. In. I doubt I can hire anyone here, but yeah.
Might you be looking for work? Our role as emissaries is to ensure that all service requests are fulfilled. We regularly update our job offers. Here is your reward.
I don't think I've ever had this much. I always spent it. I don't think I want to take either of these out. A bandit's lair. Now both of these sound good, but I think I'm going to wait on them. No. I'm kind of tempted to make use of the blacksmith here while I can. Just to get some knowledge points. And get some throwing weapons, things like that. And upgrade like the targes I have. So let's do this. Because if I get some throwing knives, I can ignore guard, things like that. Sickles have a random debuff, and hatchets apply bleeding on crit. Let's just do all 3 of these so I have 1 of each. I don't need to do the mini game to make these. But this just gets me a bunch of knowledge points. I can make the Targe. Actually, I'm tempted to make both of them just because it's a better shield for both the people who have it. Blacksmithing is a whole different minigame. The metal plates are heating up. Press left click when a plate turns red to forge your item. Press left click when the metal plate gives off sparks to forge a superior quality. Hit all plates at the right time to forge it something with an exceptional quality. Like so. I think. So instead of 9 guard, 5 armor, I got 11 guard, 7 armor, and protection. And then we'll make rags just because of first time again. Missed that one. I am tempted to keep him around. He's making himself useful. And I did need a blacksmith, but I kind of wanted a strength character because this gives strength, as you see. But Gabine here gets the Targe. So that's a huge bonus there. It's sad that these rags are almost as good. I'm gonna give Aztec here the Brigadine because that has guard on it. As much as I want the extra armor on him, I think the guard is gonna be more worth it. You can get the rags. And then we're gonna give you the throwing dagger for now. And I think we're good. Alright. I could use some of the knowledge points to like get extra recipes, which would be really good, but I think I want to wait until I have a better blacksmith. And then for now, I'm going to grab Yeah. So I'm going to grab Artful Dodgers. So suspicion meter depletes 10% faster. That way I can steal more often. And endurance training, so I move on the map 5% faster. Or, you know what? I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to get Smooth Talker, so recruit cost of companions is reduced by 10%, and increased number of bounty missions displayed on the list of bounties by 1. I was hoping one of those would make that appear, but that's fine. So now is there an... Oop, that's the wrong place. Is there a bounty available for me now here?
Might you be looking for work?
Trade per bast. I don't know where to get pottery. Supply per bast with pottery and you will be handsomely rewarded. Okay. I'm gonna sell some of my stuff because I don't need this old club.
Take a look at my wares.
I don't need the chipped axe. And I don't need the barrel lid. Also gonna get rid of the farmer's rags. And we'll be on our way. Alright, so I need to go here, but I also want to go drop stuff off at the Tiltron jail. What's this? I see a shiny. Also kind of tempted to get another pony, but I know that would mean I need to feed more stuff. Oh, I have more path points as well. Mainly in mystery. That's just spend more knowledge points, okay. So I think I'm going to keep Unalead around. We're going to get rid of Harum. Unless there's someone really good in there. Because I would like a swordsman. There's an archer, but his willpower is not good for a level 2. Nimble, loafer, and vegetarian. There's a pugilist. And there's a crossbowman. I'm not too impressed with any of these guys.
The Lady Mayonnaise has offered a reward for any outlaw captured.
So, 60 gold for handing in this hoodlum, who's a bard. He can sing in jail.
To law and order.
I'm gonna buy a few more chains here, so I can carry a few more people back. Because I have one kind of tied up at the moment. I'm gonna pay a visit to the mine here, actually see if the veins have restored so I can get more iron ore. As you saw, that iron can go kind of fast. Looks like we are gonna have to rest. I'm gonna get to the mine first. I thought that the mines would refresh, but maybe not this quickly.
You cleared out the iron deposit.
All right, so that'll be it for this time. I think I didn't realize how late or how long the episode had been going. Next time we're going to be going to the Pedra Mountain mine and see what we can't get there, and that will be the plan. We're going to keep magic by this guy because he has tyrannical and altruistic, because somehow these two go together. I don't know how. And yeah, that's gonna be the plan then, and go from there. I do need more lockpicks, so we're gonna create a few of these just because they go very fast once they start going. But beyond that, I don't think I really need much. So we'll continue from here and see what things have in store for us. So that'll be fun, and who knows? So as always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please have a good one.